Reporting for the InterMountain Christian News, I'm Dr. Anthony Harper here at the White House. Big issues regarding Israel since Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's speech at the UN last Friday, September 27th, where he was talking about blessings and curses. He brought out some maps to highlight how things have been when people blessed or when nations blessed Israel, and how things have been since cursing Israel. Now, he really didn't get to the underlying issue of the Jewish books of Genesis 12:3 and Joel 3:2 that explain blessings and cursings. And that is, in Genesis 12:3, it's referring to Abraham and his seed, which represents Israel, for it states blessings for those that bless Abraham and his seed, and cursings for those that curse Israel in this case. Also in Joel 3:2, the prophet Joel, it states, for God enters into judgment in the valley of Jehoshaphat, the nations that scatter his people and divide up his land. So there's a curse that comes upon nations that scatter his people and divide up his land. And this is a direct reference to the two-state solution, which I call the two-state delusion, for so many that think that dividing up Israel with terrorists is going to make it more peaceful, when it hasn't brought more peace, when Israel withdrew from Gaza and of course from the West Bank and Hebron and Bethlehem and Nazareth. So these were very impactful moments for the Israel Prime Minister Netanyahu last Friday at the UN, and what happened after the UN. Very troubling for, of course, the Hezbollah leader, NEWSRAEL, and his associates that were taken by surprise, and they were killed in bombings by Israel. They were celebrating what was being said. They were thinking most likely that the Prime Minister Netanyahu and Israel would not do anything while the Prime Minister was speaking at the UN, but they were greatly surprised, you might say, by the response of Israel in killing of NEWSRAEL and his associates. Now, there's a lot of fallout, of course, in the news about what's going to be happening next. We did have Iran here recently, through their proxy Hezbollah, fire in a lot of missiles into Israel, but no major problems for Israel. Thankfully, they have a great missile defense system. The U.S. has been supporting Israel's right to defend itself, but of course not fully in several ways for the past, limiting about what Israel can gain access to as far as weapons that are needed. But these were very troubling times for a Hezbollah leader, NEWSRAEL, who's no longer in existence, with his associates. So the big question is, what's going to be happening next for Iran and their relationship to Israel? Related to these issues regarding Israel, I have contacted the White House today, sent an email to the Press Secretary, Karine Jean-Pierre, and her associates there, the Deputy Press Secretaries, asking for their response to this matter of Genesis 12:3 and Joel 3:2, which is the underlying, as a historical perspective to what the Israel Prime Minister Netanyahu was saying in his blessings and curse reference with his charts at the UN last Friday. So I await what the White House response will be to this historical reference to Genesis 12:3 and Joel 3:2.